After the infamous so-called Rampart scandal that rocked the Los Angeles Police Department, who would have thought, another subdivision scandal in the horizon. Imagine the odds of catching a Cookie Monster with his hands inside a cookie jar. Here, we have irrefutable evidence that a peace officer and prosecuting authority perpetrated the usage of false evidence, coached a prosecution witness to change his statement on tape recording, and convinced that witness to make himself unavailable for trial. Such outrageous government misconduct is by far the worst in the country of Los Angeles history. Yet, all California courts has repeatedly abused their power to prevent Henao to gain access to the court to avoid a start of a judicial inquiry to keep the lid closed on this scandal. The following depictions is a true story. On July of 1998, investigator Rudy Ortega was seated at the prosecution table waiting for Jimmy Quach to finish testifying in the witness stand. Upon the completion of the examinations, Rudy Ortega followed Jimmy Quach exiting the courtroom. In the hallway, Rudy Ortega asked Jimmy Quach to meet at the parking lot to change his 1994 interviewed statement. They walked to Rudy Ortega's vehicle to retrieve a tape device and a notepad. Written in it was a statement for Jimmy Quach to study. Both of them began to speak in the tape recorder, mimicking an excerpt of their police interview, changing one sentence answered by Jimmy Quach. Thereafter, they went back into the court building and handed over the tape-recorded statement to the district attorney. Jimmy Quach then asked about how many days should he disappear to become unavailable as a witness. Several days later, nearly at the close of the prosecution case, Gregory Dahi meticulously planned not to recall Jimmy Quach to take the stand and brought forward the tape-recorded evidence, and mark it as People 21. Recall Sergeant Ortega to take Latina's stand and have him testify to the accuracy of that conversation during their 1994 interviewed interrogation. Afterwards, Gregory Dahi asked the court for permission to have the clerks to transcribe the tape recording for the jury to bring to the jury room. In support of Henao verified accusations, he lodged Exhibit F, G and 11, and verified affidavits by witness, who examined the transcript from both of the transcribed tape recordings, describing one phrase that appears to have been changed.